That's bad.
All right, it's looking like we are about ready to start testing jack. Made a converter change to the TSI that came out of the S10, and then nut and bolt checked everything. I played with the tune for the trans brake. We're able to get to a higher RPM, actually hit the chip, and make pretty decent boost. So now all that's really left to do is take it out and test it. So we're gonna go to a different spot tonight, a 100% legal spot, private road, privately owned. Don't have to worry about anything. This is 100% above the table, you know what I mean? So we're gonna meet up with Sean there with his black G-Body Malibu. He wants to test that a little bit too, try and slowly ramp more power into it. But yeah, got the fuel topped off, transmission fluid all topped off, drained the catch can already. I forgot my tire pressure gauge, so that's great. So we'll get this thing loaded up, and probably in the next half hour or so we'll take off and start making some passes with this thing. Perfect. Just got to the spot. About to get the truck unloaded. Alright, so you see Sean made it. He's warming his car up. Jack should be pretty warm. We're messing with it a lot today, so we should be pretty good. Pretty good little area.
They turn back around. That was moving.
What?
That was moving.
Front ended. I thought the tires were for a minute. Yeah.
Alright, just made hit and jack. The shifter sucks. I think I might have left in second because it left like a dog. So now Sean's gonna head out and make a pass in his car. Good.
Coming down to show us how it's done. Like a real horsepower. Show the next one.
Yeah.
Yep, they're going to show us what real horsepower is.
Alright. Pop is turning the truck. Hopefully I did just screw up and leave in second.
I'm hoping that's what it was.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I meant to, after I backed up, I meant to put it in neutral and rev it just to make sure and then go down into first. That has to be what it is. Yeah, I'm gonna manually turn on the log this time to make sure we get it.
Yeah.
Sean just went and his car's leaving good. So, about to take the truck back out and try it one more time.
By getting the damn seatbelt on.
Not all the time.
Okay, stop! It didn't seem to come up on boost that fast.
No, it's not coming up on boots. That shit's sticky though.
Doggy taking off again.
At the garage, 6 pounds, no problem.
Yeah.
Repeatable. Bring out here, 3 pounds.
How much was that?
3. All right, it is 2 days later. I think it was about 2 days ago that we tested Jack over there, and we learned a lot. That was our first time testing it with the twin turbo setup, and there was a lot of good, a little bit of bad. First of all, at Pops' place, before we went out testing, earlier in the day, I had the thing on the brake like 5 different times to check the 2-step and everything and how well it was going to build boost. And it was working really good. It was getting up to the 3,800 RPM limiter, and it was making 6 pounds, which I felt for a pretty fresh street was fine, plenty. And it was doing good. Did that consistently, and I was happy with it. And then changed nothing else in the tune, went out testing, struggled real hard on the brake. It would get up to about 3,600 and then fall back off, which is probably just a timing thing. And then it would struggle to make 3 pounds of boost, which is part of why it left so slow. Like, I looked back at some of the footage that night while we were testing, and I was like, dude, this is embarrassing. But after we clicked second gear, everything was perfect. It was holding 20 pounds, which should have been in the neighborhood of like 690, 700 horsepower, you know, something to have fun with. Short shifted a little bit just because we saw deer earlier and didn't feel like blasting the whole 660. But yeah, the thing was leaving really slow. There's 2 things for sure wrong with it. One, the turbos are way too big for that setup. It's just a stock bottom end 5.3 trying to spool twin 78s, which is like 156 millimeters worth of turbo. So you can see how ridiculous that is. It was one of those, I already had one on the shelf. Getting a matching one was $200. So we just kind of did it. In hindsight, shouldn't have, but I was able to trade my blower that I was going to put on the Skylark to a buddy for an intake and some twin Turbonetics. I think they're 64 millimeter turbos. So these should be perfect for jack. They'll bolt right on, with the exception of this outlet is a 2.5 inch, and the ones that are on jack right now are a 3 inch, so I have to get new couplers for that. So unfortunately, we can't just put them on right now and go party. We have to wait a few days for those to show up, but yeah, these should be way more appropriate for that. So that's one thing theoretically taken care of. One of those turbos probably does need a new bushing in it, but not going to worry about that right now. The second thing that was making the truck leave so slow, aside from it not getting up on the 2-step and all that, I guess that'd make it the third thing of why the truck left so slow, is the trans-brake boost, or not the trans-brake boost, the trans-brake timing table wasn't deactivating. So for the first like 2.5 seconds, 2 seconds, 2.5 seconds, after letting go of the trans-brake button, it only had 12 degrees in it, which is give or take half the timing that it should have in it. So we were down a significant amount of horsepower there. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that putting that timing back in will be enough for tonight to make it somewhat competitive. I don't think we're going to go past first round, but ain't nobody going to be having more fun than us, I think, aside from the guy who maybe wins it. So we're going to head over to Pops's in a little bit, hook onto the trailer, and then head out to the spot and see who we get first round. we're not gonna do a burnout. We're gonna save the tires. So just do the same thing you've been doing.
Yeah.
You could probably rev it out a little bit longer. Yeah. As soon as he saw him lurch forward, he should have let off it. All right, let's try this one more time.
Yep.
Getting a lot of seat time tonight, though.
Hell yeah. Is he out there yet?
No, not yet. You're probably good to pull out. You want to get your helmet on?